Good morning and welcome into the Kap and J Good Morning Show on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. With Chris Bleck in for Kap, I am Jay Hood. And now it's time for Shot or No Shot, as brought to you by, that would be
ESPN Bet. Now live in Illinois. Sign up today and new users get $100 in bonus bets with any sportsbook bet. We say good morning to Shay W. Norling. Good morning, Chris and Hoodie on a Friday. How we feeling?
Good morning, Shay. Good morning. Happy Friday.
It is a happy Friday.
A Vibes Friday. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is great. Can we just get to football? I don't mean around the NFL. I mean, can we get to our camps opening yet?
I think we're what? July 16th is when rookies report to camp for the Chicago Bears. So we've got like 2.5 weeks and we're there.
Does it feel like it's later, or is that just me?
No, it's going to be early because they have the Hall of Fame games. So
that's also the release date of NCAA 25 for anybody paying attention.
Yay!
July 16th. My attention will be divided, unfortunately, with rookies reporting to Bears camp.
Yes. He'll be throwing touchdowns.
I'm going to be rebuilding Appalachian State. We're starting a dynasty.
Yeah, I was sad to know, unless Shay has it wrong, that we're not getting any MEAC and SWAC schools in this spot.
It's FBS only. Always was.
I was building Howard for years on the old game.
I think you could build custom teams back in the day. You probably can with this game as well. But, yeah, the licensed games are FBS only.
So can I get Wyoming?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's maybe, you know what, Hawaii Rainbows are going to go on a run here.
Yeah, a little New Mexico action. How about that?
You know what? I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be a lot of run and shoot. I'm just going to just turn it upside down.
Why not the Revenge of the Beaver? Oregon State, they get ditched from their conference.
I'm more of a Cougar guy if I'm going for Pac-12 revenge.
Right. We appreciate the submission there, Charlie.
You're welcome. He's a platypus, by the way. I don't know if you know this. Have you heard this from Charlie?
No.
He can go either way.
Oh, that's good.
In the state of Oregon.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah. So
I was going to say, I don't judge. But
those individuals call themselves platypuses.
I think that platypi.
Whatever.
Yeah. So
it's close.
I would say that he needs to choose. We need to pin him down and make him choose.
A duck or a beaver.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to choose.
Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking.
Isn't that something? No, but he's not the only one. I've met someone who's from the state of Oregon. The guy had a Ducks golf bag, started up the conversation, and then he told me that he roots for both. Like, in what other sports scenario do you root for your arch rival?
Yes.
And it could go either way, that you just, whichever team's better that season, that's the team you go with.
And that friend that Chris met was Fred Armisen. Here's Shay Norling. Shay?
Portlandia, let's go. All right.
That guy doesn't golf. You think that guy would, in a debate, argue of whose golf game's better? No chance.
NBA draft is over. It means we can look forward now.
I can outdrive you. How about who's closest to the pin?
More on that in a little bit.
Okay.
We can look forward now to the rest of the Bulls offseason. There are some reports that in addition to trying to move Zach LaVine, the Bulls are now also trying to move Nikola Vucevic. There's the wrench in the wheel that teams apparently are looking at LaVine and Vooch, and without being able to also acquire Alex Caruso, are significantly less interested in both players. So maybe the Bulls jumped the gun a little bit, but shot or no shot, all three of LaVine, Vooch, and DeMar will be gone before the start of the season in October.
Oh, that's a no shot. Not all three. I would say two, but not all three.
I'm going to say shot. I think all three are gone. I think DeMar's going to leave on his own. You have to move Zach LaVine, and there's no use for Vooch anymore, so get something back. I think all three are gone.
Now, the reason why I say it's not all three is because we have to know who's in the front office. In the chair is Arturas Karnisovas. Yeah. See, I was trying to I don't know if it resonated with Kap or not. I know it did to the audience, but I was saying that when you don't make moves like Arturas Karnisovas, you're on ice with the rest of the GMs. They know you're there. You might be friendly with them, but you don't want to negotiate with someone that doesn't pick up the phone, right? This whole thing, and whether that is a Michael Reinsdorf issue or a Karnisovas issue, the perception is you don't want to deal. I have players that's on your roster. There's players on your roster as I'm Team X that I like to have on my team, but you won't pick up the phone. So there's a circle, as you well know, Chris, in the league where GMs will deal with other GMs. Karnisovas is at a place where the Bulls are in basketball hell, and there's some talent that you kind of want, but you don't deal with Karnisovas because they didn't pick up the phone. The Sam Presti deal, I got intel on how of a hardliner that Sam Presti is as a general manager. Because the conventional wisdom was, how come the Bulls didn't get a draft pick?
Right.
You know why? Because Sam Presti's like, I want Caruso. You want Josh Giddey? All right, deal. I'd like to have one of your draft picks. No, I'm hoarding your draft picks. Take it or leave it. I'll hang up now. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's how Presti works, man. He doesn't mess around and like dilly-dally.
Okay, I was thinking this last night. I don't know why it popped into my head, but AK's approval rating has got to be the lowest of any GM or VP of basketball operations in the city, right?
The worst.
Yeah, because I have zero faith that he's going to figure this out. I have zero faith that he's going to make these moves and put the Bulls in a better position going forward. I don't. There's something about the way, the lack of enthusiasm in his voice when he speaks.
It's a slog.
The kind of he doesn't come off as like a know-it-all, but he does kind of paint a picture to me as a fan as if we're not seeing what we're seeing. Like the team is actually in a better spot than what they've been the last couple of years. And I don't trust them. I don't trust them to get it done. So
it's a no shot for me. I don't think they can get all three done. I don't think he has the wherewithal to get that done.
I'm going to say it's a shot because they have to. There is no other option. You're going young, Buzelis, you have Giddey. You can't bring back those players. So that's why I'm saying it's a shot.
Shay?
All right, well, yeah, the Cubs won last night, or yesterday in the day, 5-3 in extra innings. Ian Happ hit a 2-run homer in the 10th, was the difference in the game. Cubs didn't win all week while Kap was in here. He was forced to sit in that chair and be enraged, frustrated with his baseball team. But with Chris Bleck in the chair, we get to react to a Cubs win, just like last week when Chris Bleck was in the chair after the Cubs had beat the Giants. Shot or no shot, Bleck in the morning is the Cubs' good luck charm.
That's a shot. And the Cubs are really the Mocha Joe Spite store right now when Kap is there. That's what's happening. They are not winning. When Kap is in, that's the Spite store. Closed for business. No wins for the Chicago Cubs. Oh, Kap wants to complain about us? Want to complain about Dansby Swanson for the 18th time this week? Nope, we're not winning. Shut it down. When Chris comes in, though, look at the inspired Cubs coming from behind to salvage the series against the Giants.
Big win.
That's exactly what happened.
Late in the 10th.
How about that?
2-run jack from Happ.
They did it for Bleck. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Only if the Cubs knew that Chris never opens up the standings for baseball.
Yeah, uninterested. I'd say this. Yeah, it's an absolute shot because Kap cares so much. He cares so much if the Cubs are going to be great, if they're going to be good, if they're going to make a move. What's Jed doing? All this stuff. Yes, shot.
He is the
Yes.
good luck charm, yes.
It's good to have you in. React
Thank you.
to a win.
Appreciate it.
It wasn't all wins yesterday in this country. In Atlanta yesterday, a very embarrassing day.
Braves?
for
Yeah,
the
I know.
United States.
The Braves, it's unbelievable, right?
Sleepy.
They could not be less interested in playing the White Sox. I agree with you. If I'm a Brave fan, I'm disappointed. So Atlanta is disappointed today.
Agree totally. But in the city of Atlanta, an even more embarrassing day for our country, unfortunately. Yeah.
What?
The United States on the world stage lost to Panama in soccer.
Oh,
Tim Way was ejected on a red card in the 18th minute, had to apologize to his teammates after the match. The U.S. lost, disappointing 2-1 match to Panama. Shot or no shot, this was the most embarrassing thing to happen in our country yesterday.
no shot.
I mean, Bronny did get selected by the Lakers 55th after there were reports that Rich Paul was telling teams don't take Bronny James.
Also embarrassing.
Yeah. What else happened yesterday? Huh.
Connor Bedard won Rookie of the Year.
No, that's great. That's great for the city. That's awesome. Good for him. Good for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no shot. Although I will say, as someone who really enjoys watching USA Soccer and following the men's team and their struggle for the last 40 years to be relevant, it was such a disappointing / expected way for a match that they needed to win to go Like a situation where they start the match and they get a goal that was pulled off the board because of offsides, but they seem to have all the momentum at the start to then give up a red card on a boneheaded punch, a push to someone's face, which you cannot do. It wasn't a bad call. It was a red card. So now you're down 10. You're playing 10 men for the rest of the match. And you have no possession, which is typical of U.S. matches. And eventually Panama broke through, and they win the match 2-1. And once again, the U.S. find themselves in a spot on Monday where they have to win to advance from the group stage.
Can I ask you a question? And again, I'm just asking you because you know more soccer than I do. What has happened to the coaching cycle in soccer? Berhalter again?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the Van Gundy of soccer coming back here again? Another job? Are you bereft of quality guys that could be able, with new ideas, that could coach the men's soccer team? Is that it?
Yeah,
is the end bare that you can't find someone else?
Yeah, there's so much corruption within USA Soccer that even though there was scandal and poor performance in the past, they brought him back. And people want him. People want him fired now. The unfortunate part is we're in a World Cup cycle, which in 2 years we'll have the World Cup with this same team. So, like, to make a move at manager now, heading into after Copa America is not ideal.
Come on, man.
Like, go overseas and get a top-level manager, bring him in. I mean, it's the same crap. Every single tournament, major tournament, they can't even get out of group stages.
I don't understand why you keep going.
Is awesome. Last night, they put it on.
Yeah.
And there's no chance. It's very unlikely, I think, the U.S. wins on Monday.
Right, but I don't know why you keep going back to the Berhalter well. There's nobody else?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Of course.
Now, imagine that in the traditional sports that we talk about every day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, well, we can't find any other coach, so we're just going to run it back with Bernie Bickerstaff, with JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah.
Oh, just run it back again with Van Gundy again. Bringing Stan back again.
That's exactly it.
Right? Why would you do that? Like, there's got to be fresh ideas and a new way to be able to be a manager in soccer besides going with the same guy, the same sleepy Berhalter.
Totally agree.
Strange.
Did you see what else happened to our country this week in sports?
Oh, sports. I was holding. Okay, go ahead.
It's sketchy right now. Anytime you bring it up.
Yes.
In the international American Football Championships, the U20 World Championships, the United States lost to Japan 41-20.
The football, right?
In American football.
Yes, I did see that. I saw the headline of that.
41-20.
Yes.
The U.S. lost to Japan in our own sport.
Post-game show next.
Who's playing in these games?
It's got to be
UFL people?
Kids who couldn't even make college teams, I would think. Like D1 college kids on NIL deals are never going overseas to play in this.
Listen, let me just say this. This whole civic pride thing that we're doing around here, I mean, there are other countries, as we well know, that can do sports and be able to perform and train and get better because they know the U.S. is the bully on the block. So they'll do whatever it takes to be able to beat us in all these different sports. This whole civic pride thing, how come the United States, we're supposed to be the best, but for some, it means more in other countries than it is our country. We on the outside as fans, it means a lot because of the Olympics and the pride of it all. Does it mean as much to the players as it does in other countries where they train all day? All they see is the red, white, and blue. We must beat the red, white, and blue. We must make the Americans suffer. Becomes a Rocky movie at some point.
Yeah. I mean, look at France in the NBA draft.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no surprise to me that 20 years ago, Tony Parker was winning championships with the San Antonio Spurs. He has a lot of impact and influence back home where he has teams like AAU teams and professional teams. And that influence has now, 20 years later, it bears fruit. There are players from France who are consistently now getting drafted in the top 5 picks of NBA drafts.
After the 92 Dream Team just bludgeoned those teams, the international players said, that's enough. Whatever it takes, I'm getting over there to America, and I'm going to do what I can do. I'm going to beat the American players. They worked harder.
Yeah.
And now look at the league now. You have to have a euro. Back in the day when we were growing up, it was about stashing the euro.
Yep.
All right, draft him, but we won't see him for another 5 years. Just stash the euro over there in Lithuania. Poland. Put him over there. Nope. You bring him to the big club now because they can make a difference.
Of course.
Work hard.
I didn't even know there was like a younger football league internationally, Shay.
I didn't either until I saw the big headline that the USA lost to Japan, and I could not believe my eyes.
I don't even know what that means.
Like what was the age group?
20s.
U20.
U20. Okay. So it's not anyone that's playing in college football.
No.
High schoolers.
It's between high school and the UFL, I think.
Because I was gonna say, like, what's Cam Newton up to? Like, if this was like just put your squad together and go over there, like let's get Cam Newton at quarterback.
There he is in leather and lace. You can spot him anywhere.
Yeah, right. Like
Big hat.
yeah, like I'm sure he could still play a little.
No.
No? Okay.
No. He's got a hat with a tag hanging off the side like Minnie Pearl. I don't think that's going to work.
He's a podcaster. Can't you go? He could coach, maybe. He's a podcaster.
I would take Chase Daniel over him
Yeah, okay.
right now. Right now, I would take Chase Daniel over.
I mean, we have quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Around the NFL is next. Kap and J Hood with Chris Bleck in for Kap right here on ESPN 1000 and on our YouTube